we got lost in the desert for 2 days.
2 full days?
I thought we were going to die.
God.
I know. And at night, all the animals came out. So we like ran up the hill to get out of the animal, to get away. And
Yeah, you don't want to be surrounded by gay animals.
there are no signs anywhere when you're lost in the desert. And there's like a
Right.
40-mile expanse. No signs.
Well, there's not supposed to be a sign when you're lost.
Well, they're supposed to be like, you're at mile 8.
So you wanted a sign that said you are fucked.
Maybe it was a total of 29 hours we were gone.
So it's just a day
2 days.
now.
29 hours?
Was it just an afternoon?
It wasn't just an afternoon,
Well,
nor was it a movie.
Seems like it's getting shorter.
Oh, wow.
You're riding down the Harland Highway.
All right, hold tight on the Harland Highway show.
Harland Williams.
Do you want cans or no? You don't have to. It's total yellow, Dr. Feelgood. God.
I brought my cans, but
Whoa. And
Yeah.
they're purple. The purple cans are always, it's like they're fresh in season. Wow. Get the grackleberry pie. Mama's coming home for Cornfest. Shh. Oh, God. Heaven help us. We might have to have an exorcism on your chest. Good Lord.
Oh my God, you are hilarious. Lunatic, a hilarious lunatic.
Hey, there we go. Can you hear ye self? Do you like Shakespeare talk? Can you hear ye self? Or would you rather just say
And though I loved you well, I wooed you not, and yet, good faith, I wish myself a man, or that we women could act as others do. Yeah, I can iambic pentameter.
all the world is a stage and all the men and women only players?
Merely players.
Well, it's my podcast. Wow, I just got grackleberry and titty pied right out of the gate. God, man. I better play the theme music. Good Lord. Here we go. Well, now that's right. We're here on the Harlan Highway podcast. And I have a very special
And
guest.
I have a victim.
A victim.
It's just like people that accidentally hide. What do you call it? Oh, all the words are gone.
Hitchhiker.
Thank you. It's like your guests are just hitchhikers that you captured on the Harland Highway.
Wait, you forgot the word hitchhiker?
No, it's really bad.
What is? Oh my God. What? We didn't even talk about one topic yet, and apparently it's already really bad. What in the name of Julius Caesar salad is going on around here?
The look on your face. The panic. You honestly couldn't remember the word for a hitchhiker?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, apparently.
Like, there's only one word in the English language that involves an actual physical accompaniment. It's like hitchhiker, right? I could see if you forgot, like, lotus or cardboard, but this one you actually have to do a bit of work, and you forgot it.
Oh, my God.
Sweet
Please.
lemon tart.
It could have been
floating.
thumbs up. I could have been doing an emoji.
Oh, yeah. Do you use emojis? You don't look like you do. You do. Do you?
You know what? It's so sad. They're like hieroglyphics. I don't understand them, and then I get sent them. There's not a text that I get from someone who's under 40 that I understand what it is. I just show it to my daughter, and I go, I don't know what any of those words mean. Some of them are so blatantly misspelt. It drives me crazy.
Wait, the words?
Yeah, the words. Then there's a bunch of emojis, and I'm like, I spent an hour, and then I Googled, what does the potato emoji mean? And he was just trying to say potato. I was putting a lot of meaning into it. I was like, is this related to an eggplant? Is this a seasonal thing? Do you don't use them, do you? Just angry owls, I would imagine.
Just the eggplant one. Because I love Parmesan. It's not sexual. I just love a good eggplant Parmesan. So, hey, see you at 5, eggplant Parmesan. Oh, my God, are you going to barf? Barf me a river, crybaby.
Oh, my God. You just make me laugh. You're so ridiculous. This is going to be a really interesting podcast. Me laughing hysterically and you speaking whatever language it is you speak. Did
Well,
you do your hair? It looks nice.
Yeah, it's hair plugs from Sweden. I get the, well, if you're going to laugh, I might shake some.
You know what's good, though? When you get the hair plugs from Sweden, you know all the words to all the ABBA songs when they're in planned.
Oh, ABBA. You know what ABBA is?
The winner takes it all. Sing it now.
The winner takes it all. The hitchhiker takes the fall. Oh, God. Hieroglyphic throat. Didn't you say hieroglyphic earlier? God, nut cake.
Oh.
Did someone order a nut loaf? Oh my God, what's happening here? But somehow when you walked in here and we locked eyes, or as we used to do in high school, locked curly fries. Remember? God. You knew right.
I went to all-girls school. I did not lock fries with anyone.
You went to an all-girls school?
Yes, I was captain of the virginity team.
Boarding
and my mother was the coach. Thank you.
Whoa.
Good night, everybody.
Hello,
Where did you go
Carrie.
to?
Well, God.
What'd you go to?
I went to an all-boys school.
Of course you did.
Yeah, was yours a boarding school?
I went to boarding school for 1 year while my parents got divorced to make it more traumatizing.
So you had to sleep over and everything?
Which boarding school did you go to?
I went to a place called Pickering College.
You went to Pickering College?
Yeah.
Isn't that for criminals?
Well, we don't have to add that little part.
I think that's evidence.
I called it Pick My Nose College instead of Pickering College.
Of course you did.
Wait,
And
what-
from what age did you go there?
I went from grade 7 to 8, 9. No, grade 5 to grade 9. So like 13, 14, 15, the hair years, if you know what I mean.
First of all, 15? Who's 13 in grade 5?
Me?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Usually 11,
Is
but
that
that's
bad?
all right. No, it's.
Wait, what?
Are you
Break
using
it down.
the exchange rate? You're 11 in grade 5,
I am?
or even 10.
Wait, what school did you go to? Numbersville? Where did you go to school?
I went to the study school for girls in Montreal.
Study?
The study.
The study. Mm-hmm. Was it traumatizing being in a boarding school?
I wasn't at boarding school there. That was just a day school. I went to the master school in Dobbs Ferry, New York, and that was very traumatizing.
In New York?
Yeah, there were 13, there were 11 girls on each quadrant, so there were 44 girls, and 36 of them had divorced parents, and the people who took care of us was a minister and his wife, and no one's ever fought louder in a more terrifying way every single night than the
Oh.
proctors. It was scary. I
You
hated
could hear it through the drywall?
Yeah, it was awful. How did you like yours?
It was weird. It's like you're thrown in with like 150 other boys. You ever watch the Discovery Channel and see like the hyenas like fighting and you're figuring out the pecking order? That's what boarding school's like.
And what were you? Did you get beaten up a lot?
Well, here's what's great. So our boarding school was on a farm. It was run by Quakers.
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
I seriously, when you said Pickering College, all I could think was that you were supposed to become a farmer there, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we had 2 farms they had all this acreage and then this big boarding school run by Quakers. So we got our milk from one of the farms. I never liked milk, but the milk was so fresh, right? So when I got there, I was a pipsqueak. I was this high and guys would like pound on me.
Oh.
And then by the time I got to my final year, I'd grown to like 6'2". I drank all the milk, and then I was pounding on the guys that were wailing on me. I grew bigger than them. How about that little twist of fate?
Why did you go to boarding school?
Well, because I was bored. I don't know. That's a mystery. My parents just decided to send me.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
4 sisters.
Oh,
Yeah.
they wanted you out of the house.
I think so.
Are you the baby?
Middle. I'm like the Oreo. You ever have an Oreo cookie?
Never.
Okay. Well, I was the creamy kid. Okay.
Never had a cookie in my life.
You will. But yeah, I got sent there as a creamy middle like kid. It was weird.
I remember my mom wanted me to go to boarding school in Toronto at Havergal. What it was called? I wasn't from Toronto, and I was the biggest goody two shoes, but I didn't want to go to this boarding school.
Why?
So I said, because I just didn't want to leave my mother. So we were on a tour, and I said, "Are you allowed to smoke in your room?" And my mother was like, "Oh, why would you say that? You've never smoked in your life. Why would you ever?" She's like,
wow.
yeah, I know. That was like the naughtiest thing I probably ever did in my life.
Smoking. in
Just
your
no
room.
lying and saying that I was going.
Oh,
I've never even smoked a cigarette in my life.
You haven't?
I've had to smoke in movies, and every time they make them out of marshmallows, and I'm in this serious scene, and I'm like, I want a piece of chocolate, and I want a graham cracker right now. It's very s'morey. Isn't that what they're called? Wow, hitchhikers love them.
That's kind of cool, smoking a marshmallow. I don't know a lot of people. I wonder if that's what fatties smoke. What are you smoking there, chubby? Oh, a marshmallow and a fucking cupcake? Imagine just seeing a fatty standing on a bus corner smoking a Pepperidge Farm cupcake. Just too soon. Folks, by
Don't
the way,
say fatty.
Caroline Ray is here. Come on, let's get we got it. Caroline Ray is here on the Harlan Highway podcast. We never play it twice, but for you we do. And comedian, actress, writer, what haven't you done? What's your favorite thing you've done, do you think, out of everything?
You know what? Okay, this is my 34th year of stand-up.
It is?
Yeah. I mean, I took off when my daughter was born.
Yeah.
I had 10 years where I didn't go on the road, but I still did it.
Yeah.
And now, ever since after during COVID, I got so depressed because I'm sure you're like this too, but for stand up for me, because it's like how I process my life. It's just like a giant therapy.
Yeah.
I just have to talk about everything.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you do during COVID? Just stay in the back cave?
I just hung out. I walked around. I grew blueberries in the garden, just stupid stuff. Nothing of any accomplishment at all. Just mentoid from the fifth dimension type of garbage. I wish I didn't do anything.
What is your favorite science fiction movie?
Oh, wow.
Is that your genre of choice?
I love the first Blade Runner.
Yeah, never saw it.
You didn't? No. Why?
I don't know. I just never saw it.
Oh, it's great.
What's your favorite movie?
I really love Citizen Kane. You know, the oldie?
Yeah.
Citizen Kane. I love that movie. I love Blade Runner. I love Altered States. Do you know that movie, Altered States?
Yes, but I can't remember
It's
it.
an old with William Hurt was in it. It's
Okay.
about this guy that goes in one of those sleep chambers, the salt chambers, and he has flashbacks, and he de-evolves and becomes a primate, like a caveman.
Well, now I see the appeal to you.
Yeah, unbelievable.
You're a bit of a primate caveman.
Oh, that's true. I
Okay.
am.
And when you take a girl on a date, what's your go-to date?
Oh, let's see. I'll Google whatever the closest Arby's is, and she's getting roast beef or she's going the hell home. Either you put the roast beef on an onion bun in your mouth, child, or you go home. Smelly. I like smelly girls. I once dated a girl that smelled like Greek salad. Have you ever done that?
I have a baby with someone who smells like Greek salad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Really? You had a baby with a Greekie?
Yeah, he's half Greek.
No way.
Yeah.
What's...
Konstantinos Christos Vasilis Economopoulos.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole Greek part. And you know what? When we were naming our daughter, we were supposed to name her after his father who had passed away, which was Vasilis. And I go, the only way I'm naming my child Vasilis is if her middle name is Diller.
Or as Phyllis would go, ah! Remember how she laughed?
Okay, who's your first TV influence? Like when you were a kid, you're like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be him. I'm going to be her.
I don't think I wanted to be anyone, but I loved watching. Like I was always like, I want to do my own thing. Like
You have.
I'll watch people, but I tried not to be influenced by them because I thought, these guys and girls had to cut their teeth on something, right?
Right.
Like, let's say, go way back. Buster Keaton, Laurel and Hardy,
right.
Charlie Chaplin. Well, they had no one to watch, right?
Right.
So they just had to follow their instincts to do comedy and acting.
Right.
So they had no point of reference.
Right.
So it's only people like us who live now, they go, what's your influence? What's your reference? And so I always thought, just try and find your own voice. It's fun to watch other people, but try not to be influenced by them.
I think I can say that anyone who's ever seen you would agree that you are a complete and total original.
Is that right?
Yes.
So I did it?
No, you completely did it. There's only one you that can, call a woman cinnamon pancake head, and the whole audience is just
cinnamon pancake.
Whatever yeah.
Well,
what do you think? Do you think a movie or a TV show has ever captured what you really do?
Oh, wow.
What's the closest representation of who you actually are besides your hilariousness on stage when you're live? Because you make magic happen. You're like, you do the impossible. You take absolutely nothing and make it something. No, you do.
I
you
do?
just, yeah, you do.
Oh, thanks. I don't know. Maybe
Sorry, I think women.
What?
Just like people that you've called names in the audience, but they're not names. It's like with something like, "What about you, long tooth, Wolfie Betty," or something.
Papa don't preach tits. Coleslaw twat. Come on.
All your really pretty ones. Those are from your porns. You should
What now?
Coleslaw twat.
Wow.
The only porno filmed in a diner.
Wow. Porno for vegetarians. Starring Johnny
No
Carrot
meat.
Stick. No meat. God bless.
Just foreplay.
God bless you, dinner number 5. God. Wow. All right, so I want to jump in here because, you played a witch in Sabrina, right? Yeah. Aunt Hildegard, or what was her name?
Hildegard was my formal name. It was just Hilda.
Aunt Hilda. Mm-hmm. So people, I got to ask right out of the gate, you're not a witch, right?
I identify as a witch.
You do? A white witch?
A white witch, yeah.
A Wiccan?
No, just like a Caliac, like old school Scottish witch.
What's a Caliac?
Those were like the witches from, the old times of Scotland.
Really?
Yeah, like psychics and intuitives and healers. I like that kind of witchiness.
And you have that, right?
I do.
Because you knew I was a Scorpio right away.
But you're such a blatant Scorpio.
Really?
Yes.
I guess. But
it's a type of masculinity.
It is?
Yeah. It is. See? You have a type. It's not that type. No.
What?
No.
It's not this type.
No, that's furry bear. Yeah.
Well,
no, that's
okay.
more like a Taurus type.
Maybe to you it's not that type, but maybe to me it is that type. Maybe I'm a hairy Scorpio biatch scurrying around in the desert looking for some kangaroo rat beef because Daddy wants to eat succulent tonight, child.
Okay, I'm going to put the water away. It's a terrible idea. The poisonous drink, that was also a bad choice.
I'm gonna break my water away. Now wait, are you serial that you're like identify as a Kloviak or whatever the hell you said?
I have shirts that say that I identify as a Kloviak.
What did you say?
They don't sell as well as the ones that say I identify as a witch.
What was
what is a Kloviak?
What was the
Did
name you said?
Witch!
No, you said you were a Scottish Kloviak.
No, I said Celiac.
Celiac. Okay, well that sounds like someone in the terminally ill ward to me. God.
It's actually Celiac.
Celiac.
A Kloviak sounds like that show when we were kids and it was on and they were dinosaurs. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Billy's got a dinosaur or whatever. What was the name of it?
It wasn't that.
Wally. Wally's got a Bronto. Is that what it was?
No, wasn't that either.
Stinky's got a Stegosaurus. Stinky's.
Victor has a velociraptor. That was what it was. Velociraptor or velociraptor?
No thanks, I'm straight.
You know what? I don't do drugs, but I can imagine what it's like to be high is just being here with you. That's how people must feel.
Wait, you've never done the D's?
I've never done the D's. I've done one edible once because I thought it was a gummy bear.
Was it actually a gummy bear?
Yeah, but it was a drug-filled gummy bear.
It was
And this was the entire how I felt. I just was like this.
What?
Are you talking or am I talking?
Whoa.
What about now? I had no idea.
It
Why?
flipped you
Are you a
out?
big druggy person?
No.
No, I've never. I don't drink. I don't do drugs.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, very, very into fudge.
You love fudge? Wow. Vanilla or maple walnut?
Laura Secord.
Fudge. Yeah.
Vanilla fudge cup.
Laura Secord.
Where was your family when they shipped you off to boarding school?
Excuse you? To Brazil? I didn't go to Brazil. What'd you say? God. My family hated me so much. They sent me to a tropical rainforest to get eaten by acronids. Wait.
Oh, be eaten by acronyms.
Acronyms.
Wow. Where was your family? Where are you from in Canada?
Toronto.
Oh, you are? You're from Toronto?
But guess what? I'm half French Canadian. Because you're from Quebec, right?
I am, and I'm 0% French Canadian, but
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm 100% English. I have no, yeah.
You lived in Quebec though.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak French.
Fluent?
Only in the present tense. That's all I can
really?
remember from high
I wish
school.
I had a tent here. I'd get in it and we could talk.
I don't think.
You said in a present.
Tense.
Oh.
And you were worried about my word thing. We're getting your hearing checked as soon as this is over.
Le papillon sur la table dans la fenêtre mange les cheveux?
Yes. The butterfly on the table eats the hair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Power drop. Wow. You nailed it.
Oh my God, that's your nonsense speak, even in another language. That is so impressed.
L'autobus
Yes.
sur le bonbon avec le cheval dans l'école. Maintenant, l'ananas.
The school bus with the candy are driving horses to the bananas or pineapple?
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Wow, you're hot to trot. Get the diarrhea pills out and don't even eat them. Wow. Just keep it all in and go to Fudge Town, man. All right, so wait.
Has anyone gotten through any questions with you?
Yeah,
how
no.
many episodes have you done of this?
Sorry, look, I gotta, because I was trying to get there with the witch thing.
Okay.
But is that for real? You're a kraken or whatever the hell you
I'm not a kraken.
What did you say?
It's so rude.
I'm a crack. What was it?
Kaliak.
Is that for real?
Yes, they're the descendants, Scottish descendants of witches.
And now I got to ask, is there any evil connotation around? Because
No.
people think of witches as the occult and casting spells and...
Well, you can cast a spell and not have it not be evil.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have any evil. You know what? When we were on Sabrina, we were like good witches. And then we got asked to do the scary version,
Yeah.
the Chilling Adventures.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever done this as an actor, but when I get a script, I don't always read the stage directions.
Yeah.
And then we got there and it said, at the end, Hilda and Zelda eat 2 people.
Whoa.
And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not eating anybody. I didn't read this. So 2 Canadian extras had to eat a lot of people covered in grape jelly.
Ew.
Ugh, gross. So, yeah. No, I don't believe in the evil. I just think in like, it's like mysticism. It's like
Wow.
It's like the stuff you can't see. Don't you believe in the stuff you can't
I
see?
do.
Yeah.
But this is the real deal. This isn't even a gag.
No.
I didn't know that. See, I just said that, and I didn't think there'd be like a real connection, but you really are a McFly or whatever the hell they are. McNuggets. Whatever the hell you said you are. Wait, can we do
I identify as a
like
McNugget. Wow.
Will you do
we
a...
finish our sentence?
Yikes. It worked once, nor never again. Wait.
What were you like in school besides these horrible boys beating you? I mean, could you actually...
Don't forget I beat them after.
I know, you beat them after.
I grew up and got them back.
Right. But like, what were you like in a classroom?
I was just I'd kind of look around. I'd watch and listen. And I'd just kind of...
And then be like, whoo, whoo.
Yeah, that's about it. I'd look for an opportunity to get in, and I was like kind of like a sniper. You know, there's the class clown.
Right.
So the class clown would drop their gem, and then I'd kind of wait and come in behind as the sniper and try to top it or find something else. You know what I mean?
And didn't it work every time?
It usually worked, yeah.
And where'd you go after grade 10?
Then I went to Catholic school. Can you believe it?
No.
Yeah.
What were they thinking? What did your parents do?
Well, what didn't they do?
Were they wealthy?
They did all right. I mean, my dad was Farley Mowat wouldn't be happy about this, but my dad was a seal clubber. You ever see those little white seals out on the ice packs? Mm-hmm. My old man would walk right up to him and slam. Well, if you're going to laugh, maybe this isn't the forum for you. I mean, trying to tell you about a little baby white seal getting clubbed in the head, and you're just giggling away like a pair of diapers blowing in Dolly Parton's fucking laundry basket. Good God. Someone get me a steamroller and flatten out my teeth.
Your father did not do that.
No.
And I'm the only person in the world who would get a Farley Mowat reference.
I knew you would.
Did you know Gordon Pinson just died?
Finally. Oh my God. No, I'm kidding.
Worst obituary writer ever, you.
Yeah. Gordon Pinson.
Just everyone, finally. Already thought they were dead. Seriously, those are just your standards for obituary.
Yeah.
Gordon Pinson's the most famous Canadian actor. I'm assuming the people on the highway are from Canada.
I saw him once going to a porta potty, and someone ran up and put a sticker on the door and said, "Do not enter. Gordon Pinch One is inside." Too soon.
I don't know why.
Wait.
Why am I drinking water?
Wait, I want to ask, can we do a spell? Like,
Yeah, what kind of a spell?
can you do them for real?
Well, no, I'm not going to do it like right here. It's not like eye of newt and toe of tiger.
Can I do one? I mean, if I wanted to turn someone into a frog, can I have a spell I wrote out in my cinnamon journal. Would that be okay?
I'd love to hear it.
Oh, man, I was hoping you would. But I didn't know you were for real a witch.
Oh my God, you really have a cinnamon journal.
That's what I said.
You just pulled it out. You know what? You should do a remake of
What?
Finnegan and, The Friendly Giant.
Oh, remember that? Wow, talk about
The
early.
tiny chairs.
Talk about friendly pedophile.
Jesus.
Okay, ready? I want to do a spell.
Okay. Is it directed towards...
Well, the first one's just a generic spell.
Okay.
Let me try it. Intergalactic. 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 That's the first spell. But that's a traditional one.
That's it?
Well, I just spelled a word.
Oh.
God, tuberculosis eyes. Good Lord. But this is a spell, and since you're a witch, you could.
What was it like being married to you? Was she also certifiable?
Ask my uncle. That's who I married. my dirty, hairy, smelly uncle. All right, now this is a spell where, do you know these ones where you could turn someone into a frog? Have you ever? That's kind of a basic one.
That's
right?
a basic one, yeah. Prince to frog, yeah.
Can I read it to you? Mm-hmm. Okay, ready? Ready? Here we go.
I hope you have no sponsors because they're all going to quit after today.
This is if you want to turn someone into a frog.
I think I got it.
Wait.
How does it happen?
Okay. Ready? Let me focus. Come on. Be nice.
Okay, hocus pocus. Here we
Here
go.
it is. Dumble blumps, rummy dubs on a dark moonless night. Toad twats, snot goblins, crab claws delight. Salamander anuses, psoriasis clumps, Forrest Gump skid marks, bumblebee clumps. A pinch of placenta from a fat stinky fetus. Hazelnut soup and Barry Manilow's penis. Bubble and boil like a fart in a tub. Sniff your dad's gums. Gargle some scum. Twirl on Willie Nelson's toilet. And blast out a log. Sniff a priest's gums. Now you're a frog. Is that right? Sniff a priest's gums? God. What do you think?
I think the fact that you wrote it down. And I know that was just like freestyle. You didn't even have to work on that. It just came out.
Well, it's a spell.
How's it been working?
Well, that's the first time I've ever tried it. But I wanted to check in with you. See if it was too legit to quit type of thing.
I can't do this.
You keep flapping, but I ain't stopping. You can flap all you want,
Oh, my
child.
God. Yeah, I think that would do it. I think that would turn someone into a frog.
But do you think there's...
Can you read that on stage tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, are we doing a show tonight?
Aren't you always doing a show tonight?
I'm doing a show tonight
Where are you?
at the Laugh Factory.
Okay, I'm at the Comedy Store. Bummer.
I'm there I'm on Friday and Saturday.
Me too.
Oh, good. I'll see. Then, do you want me to read it on stage?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I will.
We'll go on stage together.
Okay, I'll read it on stage. But do you think there's really like dark forces and like, do you think there's darkness? Does that freak you out? Do you believe in that stuff, like occult and dark, scary stuff?
I don't think about the dark part, but yeah, I'm sure there are. There are people who are intentionally using energy for goodness.
Yeah.
And then intentionally using energy for darkness. Yeah.
Have you ever met someone that just emanated, like radiated darkness, like sort of scared
Yes, but
you?
you can feel it
That's
instantly, and then you're just like, "Ooh, get away from them."
Right, but
Yeah.
was there ever someone that just was almost like a, oof, like
Yes.
kind of a, really? Tell them, what
Haven't
was
you
it?
ever?
I have, but tell me
No,
some.
tell me who yours was.
Wait, why are you turning it
Because
around?
I'm trying to remember which one mine was. Do you have?
Oh, really?
Yours is like on purpose. No, I've felt people that are like, yeah, they just have a dark, dark energy to them.
Yeah.
It's weird. You just really can feel it. It's like palpable, especially because we're empaths, right? We
Yeah.
read an audience. We can feel an entire group of people.
Yeah.
And where to go. And it's only on occasion when you go to somebody and try to talk to them that they shut it down. Most people are pretty porous. You can like go in and like they think we're all geniuses that we can you can read a person.
Yeah.
Especially after 34 years of talking to them.
Yeah.
You know who's going to react well in the audience and who's not. I had a guy the other day. Oh my God, he like shut me down and said something horrible. I haven't had this happen in like years.
What was it?
I can't even remember what it was like. I was like, oh, it was like a personal comment. And it like hurt my feelings. And then his friend came, and you could just feel it in the room. Like the audience was like, sort of like, this is my magic part. Okay.
Yeah, good.
I like just elevating an audience to be in a happier place they were than when they got there. That's it.
That's it.
Well, it's not like I'm trying to. What am I trying to? Like that's it. I'm just trying to get better at what I do.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just gonna do this forever, right?
But do you use like I don't know. I think I know the answer. But do you use a bit of an energy force to do it, or is it all through here? Do you like project?
Through my boobs, right there. Just
Well,
like
if that's what we want to call it, yeah, give the audience.
Don't you
a
think
boob.
everybody has like an aura and then they're projecting it?
I do, but some people, I don't know if all comedians tap into it on stage.
No, they don't, and you can tell the ones that do and don't.
That's what I'm saying.
The ones that are doing jazz, the one that you're like playing, it's like your little ball of energy, right? And you're like playing with people and then shifting it, and then you're creating something that wasn't there when you got on stage. You are the king of that.
But that's what I mean. Do you feel that in here when you go out? Because I feel like some comedians go out and it's just sort of like almost like a cardboard cutout. Right. And then there's other comedians where you can almost feel that energy. And I feel like you put that out.
Yeah, I do. I think you do too. You know who really created something out of nothing the other day?
Yeah.
Kirk Fox.
Oh, yeah.
He's a genius. It was
great.
So hilarious what he did.
What did he do? Like, you mean it was a bit and he just like...
Yeah, but you just saw it. It was so... Like, that to me is pure comedy. And I've never been a comic that can go up and just... First of all, I don't remember every single one of my jokes. I probably have... What do you think? Like, how many hours of material are in your head right now?
Like, over all the years?
Yeah.
Oh, probably like 100.
Really? 100 hours
like
of
over...
comedy?
We've been doing a what, 30
No, but
years?
like a pure material. Oh. Like I probably have 4 hours of material that I could do, that I could pick from.
Okay. I probably have more than that, but yeah.
Yeah. So you know what's in there, right? But the interesting thing is to get up and have that, like the energy ball. That's the interesting thing about doing stand-up.
Yeah.
Like every time I did the Tonight Show recently, it was the hardest thing in the world for me to just do jokes.
Why?
Because I wanted to connect with them and create something like I followed Winston Duke. And he was wrestling with Jimmy. So I wanted to go out on stage and say, I want to wrestle with Winston Duke. Like, I just wanted to make it present.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's the magic of comedy. It's not going to happen in that minute.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, like this friend of mine on the weekend, we were at this show, and he sang. And it was so beautiful. He spontaneously sang.
Yeah.
But then we watched the video, and it was like, it was good, but it was nothing like what it was live.
Yeah.
And that's what stand-up is supposed to be. That's why I love that original room at the Comedy Store. That's it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be that, like, something's going to happen in these next 20 minutes that it's not going to happen anywhere else, and you're never going to really be able to explain it.
Yeah.
But you're going to be shifted somehow by having been a part of it.
Yeah. It's funny. Some comedians, too, you'll see them, and they're so good live.
Yeah.
And then you'll see them on camera, and it doesn't translate.
I know.
It's weird. Not all of them, but some, it's just it's weird.
I just think whatever it is, it's that, like, intangible magic.
Yeah.
But there are some comics that they just get up and they're great, but they just do the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah. It's just a different kind of energy. I think there's like ones that are like organic, like you can't help yourself. There's no really any other career you could have other than doing this.
Yeah.
But how do people describe you? Like, what are adjectives when people say Harlan Williams is coming to town? Because I'm like,
I get a lot
he's a genius. He's like,
male model is more.
No, never ever thought of that one. Nope. Okay. More
US
postman. And no, but like, how do they describe? Because I think that's even hard to describe you.
I don't even pay attention to that.
Oh, I don't either. But
I don't like to be described. I just like to show up and be there, and be that energy field that we talked about. And I don't even listen to that stuff.
It's in Benedict Cumberbatch when he's got that.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like that.
It's like that, and then you're like gonna be. No.
That type of thing? Whoa. Double Dutch. He goes to the park and gets fucking run over by a fucking John Boy lawnmower. Wow. Unbelievable. God.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Well, that was sort of the...
Yeah.
The energy thing we were
I was
talking
like,
about.
why am I seeing his side teeth? And then I saw what was happening.
Yeah.
Thank God you have them.
My teeth.
The side teeth.
Speaking of local yokels, are you a dining room guy?
What does that mean?
Okay, I saw one of these shows once, where the real estate shows,
Oh,
where
yeah.
you flip this house, or
Yeah.
my daughter's got broccoli teeth, or whatever they're called, right?
I've got my daughter's got broccoli teeth. That's my favorite.
So I saw one show where it was
Shapeshifter. That's what we are.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good
That's what we
term.
are.
Yeah, but there was this one real estate show where it was about these people that.
I feel like you could also really do the sound effect of a spaceship landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Who's the Kaliak now? Ooh. That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to try it or?
No, it's going to sound like I have like emphysema or something.
Yeah, probably mesothelioma.
Yeah, great. All my work around coal, isn't that what it is?
Mesothelioma? No, what's it called?
Wait 1 second. What other sound effects can you do? Everything? Anything?
Throw one at me.
You know what? I did a special years ago with Michael Winslow.
Oh, yeah.
And my mother said, "Oh, good Lord. That man and his sounds are unbearable."
Oh, unbearable?
Yeah, it was so loud.
He didn't like them? Oh, it was so loud.
No, not for my
Yeah,
mom,
he can
no.
do electric guitars,
Yeah.
anything. But what sound do you want? I'll see if I can do it.
A chicken being electrocuted.
Sure. That type of thing? All right, how many volts? You didn't really specify.
That was really good.
Thanks.
Okay, and then you did what? Mine just spilled water.
Oh, you're sprayed.
And then,
But I was watching this show, right? It was a real estate show. And it was like these people that won a lottery and won money, right?
Yeah.
So now they got to go and they got all this money and they want to buy a rich place.
right.
So now you got this guy who's the host of the show, really flamboyant, like real estate guy. Could be gay or could just be overly effeminate, right? But just, and he's into everything. These real estate, oh, look at the marble counters. Look at the faucets. Look at the recessed ceilings, that type of thing. So these people, they were Canadian people, and they're just like kind of local yokels, like just good old fashioned, how's it going, hey, type of people. And the guy's in the house and he's getting all excited about everything, and they're just kind of looking like it's a fucking house, right? And then he goes to them, he goes, "Are you folks dining room people?" Like this, right? And then they cut to the dining room and they're just standing there like, yeah, I guess. Like, it's a dining, like to them it was just a dining room, right? But to this flamboyant guy, it was like everything. And have you ever had a run-in with a local yokel where you have a crazy story?
Is that what that question was leading
Yeah.
up to?
You ever?
I was doing
here
a
we
series
go.
in Shreveport.
Here we go.
Yeah. In Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah, Cajun country.
And my dad was dying at the time. And I was really like in this I had to work all day, and then at night I was just like, I can't think about anything. And I would sit and gamble, and I would pretend that I was from there, and nobody knew who I was. And there was a guy, and he had one tooth. He was the sweetest guy. And I said, "What do you do?" And he goes, I raise and show pigs." Wow. That's what he did. And then I said, "That's what I do too." And then we had a long talk about showing pigs.
Really?
At the state fair.
He believed it?
Yeah, because I had listened to other people talk about it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was a good one.
One tooth?
One tooth.
Where was it? Was it an incisor, a canine, a
It was
molar?
it was one of the front ones.
So that would be the incisor.
No, that's not your incisor. That's your front face. Your incisor's a sharp one.
No, that's the canine.
Oh. Okay, what?
So I think that's the incisor. Wow, someone's having enamel regret over there. I mean, someone snapped at me real hard, real fast, like a deep bayou snapping turtle, boy.
I can't.
I mean, you rose up out of the bayou real quick and snapped at me.
What would that sound like? Here, I'm the turtle. And then the alligator comes by.
God. Sarsigator. Oh, God.
Have you ever seen the movie Super Gator?
No.
It's a Roger Corman movie.
No. What is it? What happens?
It's just a movie in which this alligator kills people, but the alligator appears to be in a different film. It's really funny.
And it's a Harvey Korman film?
Roger Corman.
Oh.
Roger Corman's made 500 movies. Harvey Korman was on Carol Burnett.
Yeah. Wow.
Did you ever meet anybody? When I met Harvey Korman and who I used to play poker with. Did you ever?
What?
Yeah.
You met Harvey Korman?
Yeah. And I would cry. And he goes, don't cry. All the kids cry when they meet me. And I'm like, it's just.
Do they really?
You meant so much to me. I've had kids cry when they meet me. It's sort of, it's incredibly sweet.
Yeah.
You've probably made a lot of kids cry when they meet you.
Lord love a
When you
leprechaun.
took over from Mr. Dress Up, that was
Holy
terrifying years with that
Flatbush.
little and the candy.
Whoa, candy cornomania over here. Were you were a gambler? You like playing poker on your?
I do. I'm really good at.
You are?
Yeah, I'm good at games.
You know, I purposely never learned to play poker.
Because you would have spent the rest of your life
Right.
doing it.
I had opportunities where they wanted to like give me some chips as as for a charity game.
Yeah.
And I said I can't learn this game.
Because you'll be obsessed.
I'll be obsessed.
So how does it go with you? You learn something and then you become obsessed with it, right?
Yeah, like blackjack. When I learned blackjack,
I won
became
Celebrity Blackjack.
You did?
Yeah, I beat all the Baldwin brothers.
How much did you win?
I won $100,000 for charity. And then they put me in the real World Series of Blackjack with the people who and I won 18 hands in a row, but I didn't know how to bet. Or I would have won the whole thing. I didn't know how to
You won
progressively
18
bet.
hands in a row?
18 hands in a row.
In blackjack?
Yeah.
That's extremely rare.
I know, it was crazy.
So what you
And I
didn't...
was like, the guy beside me was from Poland and invented like options and futures and things like that. And yeah.
But you didn't know how to double down and split eights
No, I
and
knew
all
how
that?
to do that. I just didn't know how to increase my bet so that I kept,
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, I won $1,000. Here's 20 cents more. I don't know how to do that stuff.
Yeah.
People do that.
Oh, wow.
Do you? Are you obsessed with blackjack?
I was. I used to go out of my way to play it, and then I got completely bored with it, and now I'll do a gig
boring.
at a casino, and I won't sit down once.
I know, it's boring. You know what?
Yeah.
But then the other day I was playing Vegas and I sat down and I won I was using my intuition. I'm like, I won about $4,000 in the slot machine
Wow.
in about 20 minutes.
What do you mean your intuition?
My intuition.
Like,
Ooh.
well, that's a weird lizard noise. That's not intuition. That's like a Komodo dragon sucking down a creamsicle at 7-Eleven after it shut down about 4 hours ago. Lady Marmalade. Good God.
You can only call me Lady Marmalade from now on. Queen of Cinnamon Toast is done with.
Wait.
I need to know that. I need to hear that. I need the dragon. I need the what is it? I know it's Komodo. Is it D or kimono? What is it?
No, kimono's what you wear when you're at an all-night salt bath house.
Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
well, you would know that. And then
Kimono.
Komodo dragon, it's who's in the salt bath with you.
You better hope not, Tiger Lips. It's a Komodo dragon. They're the biggest. I've been there. I've been to the Komodo Islands and
You
seen
have?
them. Oh, yeah.
Where are they?
They're in Indonesia. They're off the coast of Indonesia. They only live on 3 islands, and 2 of them you can go to, and one of them's like a nature reserve. You're not allowed to go there. And they're like living dinosaurs. These are lizards that are 9, 12 feet long. They can chase down a human, kill you, eat you, tear you apart. They're pretty cool.
And why did you want to go there?
I wanted to be in the presence
You know why? I'll tell you, this is
Tell
the
me.
nature of a Scorpio.
Yeah.
A Scorpio wants to be as scared as possible and go as close to the edge of death and then like go under the ground and then at the last minute come up for air. If they want to get, yes, that's your nature.
Sort of true. That is sort of true. I think that's...
Who goes to an island full of Komodo dragons? That's like the worst travel agent in the world that sends you there. But who did you go with?
Well, it was the nude part. So that's what really got me there. It was the nude Komodo.
The nude beach on Komodo Dragon Island is very popular. Wow.
And most of the men, when they leave, look like Ken dolls.
Have you ever been to Guantanamo Bay?
Oh, thanks. I'm busy for the rest of my life.
I get this text message. Do you want to do a show in Guantanamo Bay? I said, for which side?
Whoa.
So they fly in, you have to go, but before you do it for the troops.
Yeah.
And it's just as you're leaving, the guy says to me, as I get on the cargo plane with the other people and fly around, so it's 3.5 hours because you can't be in no-fly zone air.
What?
And he goes, there are a couple of lizards. And I said, what did he say? And then he's like, as he's leaving, he's like, the lizards are big on the island. We're like separate. I'm like, did you say they're giant lizards?
Yeah.
What is it? You arrive. It's Jurassic Park. They're the biggest everywhere. The biggest lizards I've ever seen. I didn't know if...
How big?
Would they be there too?
No, because Guantanamo Bay's Cuba, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well, what are those?
Those are probably monitor lizards, I'm guessing. I'm just guessing.
No, I don't think they were something else.
Gila lizards. No, Gilas live out in the desert of Arizona. I don't know.
Okay, you would love this. My dad lived in Tucson. Wow. And so I lived in Tucson. I went to the University of Arizona for a couple of years.
Studying.
Acting. Yeah, I know. Didn't work. Okay, so my best friend...
Did you graduate?
No.
Okay.
I went to 4 different schools.
Should have acted like you graduated.
I did. It's my joke. Everyone always asks me, you have a BA, of course, don't you? And I have a big ass, so why lie? Good night, everybody. Okay, so I was in the desert with my best friend. We were hiking.
Okay.
And we were supposed to be in San Diego, and instead we changed it, and we started hiking at like 8. I was training for a triathlon, so I was like, I want to do a 5-hour hike and then be done.
Wow, and you did this when you were 8?
No. No, I did this when I was like 19 or 20.
Oh, okay.
We got lost in the desert for 2 days.
2 full days?
2 full days because...
How many nights?
2 nights. I thought we were going to die. If we hadn't been in really good shape, we would have died. The amount of animals we saw that could have killed us.
Like what?
Oh, like at one point we were like, we were down by the wall. Everything looked alike in the desert, right?
Yeah.
Like it just all blends in. We were about to jump off a cliff and kill ourselves. We didn't even realize because we thought that would get us down to the parking. Like we walked 22 miles.
What?
Yeah.
In circles?
Yeah. And at one point, I took my shoes off because we were down by the water where the animals were. Mm-hmm. And I stepped completely flat on a saguaro cactus. Yeah. I had like a full, and in my hands, I had saguaro cactuses. I've got pictures of me just like thousands.
God.
I know. Anyway, so at one point.
Did you have water?
No. My best friend and I are like hugging each other because the desert goes to like 20 degrees.
At
from
night,
80
freezing.
degrees. It's freezing.
Yeah.
And I remember I was wearing this sweatshirt that said Kennebunkport, and we put our heads through both of it. We were like, push me,
should
pull
have
you.
had maybe a sweatshirt that said I was stupid.
She should have.
Yeah.
So, and at night, all the animals came out. So we like ran up the hill to get out of the animal, to get away. And
you don't want to be surrounded by gay animals.
I actually would. Okay, so it's completely flat.
Yeah.
And then a cliff. So we were up against this edge of this cliff. And there were animals that came up to us all night. And there was like a ringtail raccoon that eyes this big that came out in the night that was like right up to our face that, carry like rabies.
Oh, God. Yeah.
What would that have sounded like?
Like that, maybe?
Maybe one that had just eaten a chipmunk and was choking to death. I was thinking more like like a high-pitched.
Wow.
But yours was
this,
guttural and
this
gassy.
This one had a deviated septum.
And it's hard to fix it in the desert.
Yeah.
Very few plastic surgeons in those hills.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one time as we were walking up this hill, I like dislodged a rock and hit it right into my best friend's chest, like almost killed her. She had like a huge
What?
gash. And then the next day we were like, we thought we were going to die. We had no water. We couldn't.
Yeah.
And we saw a person, and we were so Canadian.
Yeah.
When we saw the person that we were like, she was like this, I hate you so much. I can't believe you took me on this. I'm like, she was so mad at me. And we saw a person and we were like, hi, I'm sorry, excuse me, do you have any water? And we were like,
Yeah.
glug.
Well, there was backwash.
Anyway, and then we had to walk 12 miles with her.
Who was this
Barefoot.
person?
And she was literally like picking a flower. She was like, la, la, la. I'll never forget. She was like 40 years old and she had braces. And
On
we were
her
like,
legs?
no. On her teeth.
Oh.
My God, this is
Surprised
what it's,
she didn't
this is what it's
attack you.
like to do ayahuasca. I'm almost positive. I feel like someone's gonna come in and go.
Wait, you didn't tell her that you were lost
No,
and malnourished?
we said we've been lost. So then we walked 12.
But she just
miles.
took her sweet, like,
No, she was like,
flower
oh my
picking
God.
time.
No, she was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And everyone we ran into, we were like, I'm sorry, could we have some water? And then we would go.
Wow. There was a scallop in the bottom of that one.
Or scorpions. Oh my God.
Wow, that's harrowing.
It was terrifying. It was terrifying. And nobody was looking for us because they all thought we were in San Diego.
Whoa.
And then I still had the strength after 2 days to write the angriest letter to the forest ranger.
Why?
There are no signs anywhere when you're lost in the desert and there's like a
Right.
40-mile expanse. No signs.
Well, there's not supposed to be a sign when you're lost.
Well, they're supposed to be like, you're at mile 8. You're at mile 2000. You're fucked. You are totally lost. There's going to be a giant dragon attacking
Yeah.
you. Like, there's something. There's no signage.
So you wanted a sign that said you are fucked.
Yeah. And then when we were walking, first of all, we stood on like a little baby cactus and we thought that was so hilarious that we had stood on one.
Yeah.
And we were singing the theme song to Gilligan's Island. 3-hour hike. Yeah. 2 hours later, 2 days later.
How did you
And we were just covered in like poisonous.
stuff?
Yeah.
Where'd you sleep?
Caligula, by the way, if you ever have to draw out.
Caligula?
No, not Caligula. Calendula.
What's that mean?
It's like from flowers and you put it on and then the thorns pop out.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was awful. But literally, I should have brought pictures. I didn't know
Wow.
we were going to talk about this.
Well, where did you sleep, though?
On the rocks,
Just
away from the water.
on the ground?
Maybe it was a total of 29 hours we were gone.
So it's just a day
2 days.
now.
29 hours?
Yeah, it's a Chinese New Year day.
Well, then, yeah, that's all it was. Maybe
Maybe
45 hours. I don't know.
was it just an afternoon?
It wasn't just an afternoon,
Well,
nor was it a movie.
Seems like it's getting shorter.
Oh, wow. You be
Well.
lost in the desert for 36 to 29 hours and tell me how you feel. I have to go home now.
Do you feel ill?
I feel a little ill. Do you have any other questions about my magical powers or things I've done? Look at your little baby face. Who was your first girlfriend? Who's the first girl you ever kissed, and what was your first
What
concert?
the hell?
Those are my questions for you.
Holy crap. I got to go on your podcast.
Yeah. Who's the first girl you ever kissed?
Oh, God. The first girl I ever kissed was probably like in grade 2 or 3. I remember being, I can actually remember this. I was probably in grade 2 or 3. I'm out in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this girl, from my class sitting beside me. And back then I just was like, I still remember this. I go, does your mother kiss you? She was like, yeah. And I go, does your father kiss you? And she goes, yeah. And I go, can I kiss you? She goes, yeah. And I kissed her on the cheek. I think that was my first kiss. I still remember it. Wow.
What was her name? At least her first name, you got to remember.
Dave? No, I don't remember her name.
Peter. It was Peter.
It was she was a cute little girl, and I don't remember.
Can I kiss you? Is that how you lead into it now? Does your mother kiss you?
Yeah.
No. Does your father kiss you? No. Can I kiss you?
Does Harvey Weinstein kiss you? Can I kiss you?
That's your Hollywood version of this.
Does Woody Allen kiss you? Does Harvey
Stop
Weinstein
it.
kiss
What
you?
was the first concert you ever went to?
Screws you? Oh, really?
Yeah, what was it?
The Osmonds. Donny Osmond and his brothers. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Where were you?
In Toronto.
No one's ever answered that.
Yeah, I saw
I mean, that was have their be their answer.
I was a little kid. My dad got these free tickets, so me and my 2 older sisters went. He sent us.
I bet they were amazing.
They were amazing. It was like at the peak of their fame. And I still remember visually.
Puppy Love?
Yep. And they called it Puppy Love. Yeah. And I still remember this.
And you can sing?
That's what she said. But I remember Donny Osmond had one of those puffy kind of hats on, sort of the puffy hats with the rim
Yeah.
back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, they were huge.
And I remember he took it off in the middle of a song and he flung it out into the crowd like a frisbee. And this girl just jumped up and kind of sucked her belly and caught it like a quarterback. Like, I'll never forget. It's burned him and she's like, she caught this Donny Osmond hat.
And sometimes they were like multicolored.
Yeah, that's
remember?
right.
Yeah.
It was like that funky kind of.
Yeah.
And she just like right in the old bread basket. I still remember her back was arched like a cat. She went home, man. She went home with that Donny Osmond hat.
Oh my God, that's like being picked to be on like the Ice Capades when you
Yeah.
got to go in the little ride. That's like as big as it gets.
All right,
She got
last
a
thing we
Donny
got to
Osmond
do
thing.
before you go.
Okay.
We do this thing I do called words
Okay.
from a wooden shoe.
Oh my God.
And you reach in, there's a bunch of words in here. You can't look. Pull a word out, see if it sparks a memory or a story, and then that's what we're going to go out
Really
on.
feel like
What's your word say from a wooden Dutch clog?
scream.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so when I was, I never had like a great relationship with my dad until I was an adult.
Okay.
Like he was just, we just didn't, it was not a natural, we didn't get along that well. I was really got along with my mother, but my dad, I don't know.
Okay.
As an adult, great, but.
Yeah.
And we were staying at this really old house in Vermont. And my sisters, I've got 2 older sisters, and they loved terrifying me, right?
Uh-oh.
So we were in this creepy bathroom, and somehow my sister came in and scared me while I was in the tub. And I was like, I am going to get revenge, okay? So I waited because I knew they were going to come into the bathroom too. So there was a scary, like old wooden door. It was like an old farmhouse.
Yeah.
And I got a crowbar, and I was standing there. And when she got in the tub, I was going to just poke the crowbar out and scare the crap out of my sister.
Yeah.
Right? But instead, I was standing there waiting, and my father walked in and immediately sat in the toilet that was in the front of me with his, like, you know how your dads would go in with, like, novels, like a James Carey novel or whatever, right?
Yeah. Or Stephen King.
Exactly. And I was like, oh, no, Daddy. And, like, I didn't want to give up my hiding place.
Yeah.
And my dad was already on the toilet, but I was like, I also didn't want to see it, look at your face. I didn't want to see anything. So I was like there with my eyes closed looking like this. And then my father was obviously just like sitting in the toilet. And then he like opened the door. And his daughter that doesn't really get along with is standing there with a crowbar.
Oh,
and
no.
that scream is a scream I will never forget in my life. It was loud and silent. It was like, woo! Just terror. And I was like,
oh my God. Wait, he screamed or you screamed?
He screamed.
He screamed.
He screamed. I was like some psychopath in the, with a crowbar.
I
Anyway.
bet that's the best flushing out of his system he's
I
ever
bet
had.
it was like a colonoscopy scream.
Wow.
It really was. I'm sure everybody tells that story when they get scream out of the wooden shoe, though, right?
Sure they do, yeah. Well, before we go, please tell the gang where they can see you. Tell them about your social media, anything you want to plug. Come on.
Isn't it the worst part of being a comedian?
What?
I mean, I want everybody to come see me.
Yeah.
But I hate self-promotion
No.
much.
No.
Are you a good self-promoter?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what we'll do?
It's Caroline Ray, the number
wait.
4 in Real. Oh, that's it. Just interrupt me while I'm telling it.
No,
Okay,
because
that
I'm
was
going
it.
to make it easy for you. You say it, but I'll move my lips so
Okay.
they'll think I'm endorsing you,
Okay,
and then
good.
you don't have to
so I'm
do
going to say
it.
Caroline Ray, the number 4 in Real. No, I was giving you what I was going to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me this when you want me to.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
No, you.
I panicked.
No, you have to say
I
it
know.
out loud.
I know. I panicked.
I know you did.
Caroline Ray 4 Real on Instagram. CarolineRay.com in the World Wide Web. Harland, you are a dreamboat, and you sound like a bee dancing at a country fair. Let's hear it.
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, Caroline Ray, that's all we got for today. And that's a rhyme right there going out the back door. Until next time, chicken chow mein, baby. Thank you, Caroline.
I'm so glad you didn't rhyme door with something as I laughed. All right.